Okay, it seems like I'm live. Alright, we'll assume I'm live. um, this actually might be a stream that people show up to, given the nature of what it is. I'll see about that in a minute. For those unaware, here it is. The very important GameMaker update is out, and I now have the ability to mess around with it. I need Windows. I have not actually installed it yet. Should probably do that. Let's see. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to throw this on like every social media I have or something, because apparently that's how you do things on the internet. What's that? Okay. Greetings. I cannot see your actual name because my eyesight is not that good and my monitor is a mess right now, but greetings. It is still in the process of downloading the installer. Alright, that's cool, internet. Did YouTube change the stream dashboard again? I don't recognize this. Alright, whatever. Failed network error. Stream doesn't think I have a network error. Alright, there we go. So, for those of you who don't know, GameMaker Studio 2.3 might as well be a completely separate version of GameMaker. It's a separate install, so that you can have it alongside your main one, just in case anything majorly gets screwed up, because that can and probably will happen. The update is going to make some substantial changes to the structure of the project files, among other things, and things are probably going to stop working magically. By the way, am I loud enough? Is my volume thingy okay? I've finally gotten in the habit of testing this stuff before I go live, and yet I'm still paranoid that it's going to go massively wrong. Okay. I was about to say this is installing faster than usual GameMaker updates, but then it kind of got stuck in the middle. All right, it's moving. Gabriel Lanes, I can see your name now. Okay. Ugh. I don't know if you're still here, but hello. I'm quiet. Am I still quiet? When I'm just recording stuff normally, I usually amplify the volume in video editing, because I'd rather do that than have it be too loud, because there's less I can do about that. But when I'm streaming, that all goes out the window. Okay, fine. This is actually taking a while to install. Please, GameMaker. I got up this morning like 20 minutes ago and saw that I had gotten into the thing, and I hadn't even gotten it set up before before I decided I was going to jump on the internet and do this, because I don't make good choices. Better? Okay, good. Yes, 2.3 is going to be huge. I just don't know exactly when. I'm not counting on being able to use it for several weeks at least, for ordinary uses, but it's going to make some things a lot less aggravating than they have been in previous GameMaker. Ooh, exception handling. I can't believe this is finally out. This is like, you know how when you're a kid and you're waiting for Christmas and it feels like it's never going to get here? That's what this has been like, except about 8 times longer because it kept getting delayed. This is supposed to happen originally like 5 months ago. But here we are. Alright, I've forgotten how long it takes to do this optimizing executable step. Okay. And if anyone wants a link to where they can get this, by the way, this news update post thing has a link where you can apply for the beta. It's first come first serve essentially, so better just click the link quickly. I should have a link to it in the video description. YouTube has decided to inform me that the stream is like lagging. That's annoying. Is it being a problem for you guys? I need to log in apparently. And okay. Again, this is a separate installation of GameMaker, so you will have to log in again. Somewhat annoyingly. Yeah, is the stream like lagging or buffering or anything for anyone? Because YouTube says it's not fine, and OBS says it's fine, and I'm inclined to believe YouTube, but 190 said 190 said no, so I guess that's okay. I hope. This isn't exactly a streaming code is not exactly a task that demands a high bitrate. For what it's worth, compared to things like games, there is very little changing on the screen frame to frame, so it compresses pretty well. Okay. Clearly this is very exciting material. I really should have done this like before I sat down to go live, but here we are. Alright, while that's going, let me just look over some of the update notes real quick. As you can imagine, if you know anything about me, I'm most interested in code, but sequences and the animation tweens that they added, the animation curves, could also be quite interesting. I may have a fairly substantial use for the animation curves, but we'll see. Okay, so what I'm planning to do in this stream is I have a GameMaker Studio 2 project, and I'm going to be doing some experiments with it. This is my old solar system thing. It's got some fancy planets. I like planets. I don't know if that was even was that even visible on the stream? It was a full screen thing. But I'm going to first just mess around in an empty test project, and then I'm going to load this up into the GameMaker update and see how it goes. Yes, we are in the early release builds, which means that things are probably going to go wrong. Things can and will go wrong. Let's see. First, I'm going to create a new GML project. And I'm going to call it 230 or something. And, okay, so the first thing you'll notice is that the IDE has changed significantly. I have been informed that the folders, this is more of an asset browser now rather than a resource tree, and these folders are just suggestions. So I can get rid of those. I can dump everything into one folder now, should I want to, which is a terrible idea, but I'm just going to do it just because it's going to let me do it and because this is cool. So with that out of the way, let's go create a new object, I suppose. I don't especially care what I call it. I guess, program. I used to call these things like main and stuff, except that is now a reserved word in GameMaker Studio for the default configuration, and you can't do that anymore. Let's oh god, what do I do with this new power? Actually, all right, yes, unused reference, I know. Where's the draw event? Is that going to get its own syntax highlighting, by the way? It is not, apparently. Is it supposed to? It would be nice if it would. Is this real? Am I dreaming? Also, they finally made the program window larger than 1024 by 768. This looks like 1280 by 720 now. Oh, 1366 by 768. Okay. That's a standard laptop screen size. Alright, so the fancy hello world works. Also, because those little yellow exclamation marks do annoy me. My god, YouTube, stop. Languages, variable reference warnings. Is there anything else I usually turn on? There's a few settings I usually mess with when I open a new GameMaker thing, but that's apparently not I'm not remembering what it is. Okay. Next order of business. What is the exact syntax for creating a lightweight object? Oh, should I just mess around with like proper arrays? That sounds pretty fun. These are like new functions, which I believe I've established. I can also I can save that to a variable, right? So the other way I could... Is it syntax highlighted? It is not. It is in the definition, but not in... Okay. Can I do that? Is that the alternate way of doing it? I believe it is. Okay, it is. That's fancy. That's more JavaScript-like. So I can... I can create JavaScript objects. Oh, I've been informed that these things, in JavaScript parlance, stringify nicely. So can I say, like... Doggos. So can I do this? Oops. Also, I just realized, I always forget to do this when I do things with my screen. Functions are basically JavaScript functions. Oh, God. I don't know if you'll hear that, but there was a glass on my desk. Unfortunately, it did not have any water on it, but I just knocked it over. Okay, so this stringifies directly to JSON. I should be able to no, wait. I should be able to do this. Actually, I'll do that in the draw event because it'll be nicer to see. No, I don't have to JSON encode it because it looks like that's already what it is. IntelliSense is taking a minute to update. Those annoying red exclamation marks. Ugh. And that is not working. Okay, so there is a... It's not quite JSON. Oh, you know what? There's no root element, I think, is what it is. Alright, well, that's pretty nice either way. Let's see, what other things are there that I can mess around with? Functions and lightweight objects are the important one. Constructor functions are also interesting. I should probably... There's an struct is lightweight object function. That's handy. Okay, and also some exists and other things. Let me try and do this. So it looks like to create a lightweight object by a constructor, you just add the constructor keyword after it, which is a little bit odd, but let's go with it. I guess this is what it looks like, right? Is that okay? Good. Do sequences. Okay, if you want me to mess with sequences, I will momentarily. I'm gonna see if I can. This is what if this does what I think it does, and I'm going to Okay, I'm going to see if this does what I think it does. I'll mess with exceptions. I'll try dividing by 0 and some other fun things, and then I'll do sequences. Let's see. Am I allowed to use the self keyword in these function constructors, or do I have to is it best practice to do like this? I'm not sure. I'll find out. I'm just gonna create like a bunch of circles on the screen. I don't especially care where. There's an error somewhere. Oh, there's no comma. I shouldn't need to do self. It should just work. Okay. Once I get it. I also did see that there were static methods for these things in the page. I'm sure I will have uses for that. Let's see. Can I just like take control over the update and draw loops myself? Is what I'm trying to do here. I do not want that to be a local variable. Actually, that should be called something more like draw, shouldn't it? Because that's really what it's doing. Come on. Alright, is this going to do what I want it to? I hope it does. Program.json not set before reading it. That is because of... That was my fault, not a GameMaker fault. And... Okay, so it is... It thinks... This is a variable of the object that's running it, and not of the lightweight object that's calling it. You know what? It might be because like that's screwing stuff up. So in that case, this is now redundant. I will do the underscore prefix thing. That is not uncommon in GameMaker language. I don't like doing that because I think it makes my code look ugly, but I know why people do it. Okay, that is drawing the circles all over the place. That's cool. Alright, that's the big one. One of the big ones. I can't honestly say that there is a single individual big one as far as this GameMaker language update is concerned, because everything in it is important in its own way. This is the one that I've been excited about, though. Try catch, on the other hand. What's a good way of generating an error? Trying to read from outside a buffer is a good one. Trying to do stuff with undefined is also a good one. I can probably safely comment that out now. This is going to cause an error, right? This should cause an error. Alright, unknown variable could not be resolved. Now, if I were to... If I were to try this, catch an error. What is the contents of a... What is the contents of the error now? I believe it's... message and long message. And then there's also a finally, which you can do if you want. I don't know what I would want to do in there. That would be if you wanted to close a file stream or something. Lightweight object classes, user-defined functions, inline functions, sequences are the biggest part of the update, especially the first two. Yeah, I've kind of been lumping the first two together, the lightweight objects and the proper functions. I've kind of been lumping them together in my brain, although they don't necessarily have to be. Sequences are probably going to be very exciting for some people. I don't foresee myself using them, because I've gone and created my own animation cutscene system, and it's fairly robust. Let me see if it draws couldn't do that with the error message. Program. Oh yeah, that's right. Haha. Variable scope. All right, couldn't do that. It's still drawing I like doggos. I don't think I need that anymore. I know it was doing it, but I just want to take it in. Variable unknown object dot that. So that's just the text at the top of the format error messages. Okay, try catch. That's gonna. I know some people are also very excited for try catch because when you do networking and when you deal with buffers all over the place, trying to do error handling on that the long way is not a fun task. Okay. I was going to jump into an old project and see what it looks like in GameMaker 2.3, but if you want me to do sequences, I don't know. Let's see. How do I kind of know how they work. They're animation timelines with some other fun things in them. I am going to have to think about this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to just like do this justice just here. An asset track. Make scripting things. I've seen the main thing that comes to mind for them is cutscenes, obviously, but I'm sure it probably doesn't take too much imagination to think of other things that you could do with them. I'm just gonna create a sprite that's like, where's sprite? These are alphabetized and I don't know where they are now because I'm used to sprites being at the top of the resource tree. That is not a sprite, that is a script. I see there is a helpful comment going to the, is that the, oh, that's a help desk article. Yeah, scripts have gotten an overhaul. I will deal with that later. But yeah, I need to find, where's sprite? That's sprite. Okay, I know the alphabet. I'm just gonna call it sprite 1 because I don't feel like doing anything else. This looks different. Okay, how do I actually edit this? There we go. Let's just draw. I am not doing pixel art. I'm just going to fill it with red. Alright, there we go. It works like After Effects. GameMaker using try catch statements now. Yes. I've been gone for all of like 6 hours and I still feel like I've been gone for a long time. Because that's how nice exception handling is going to be. Where was the thing? I can get rid of that because it's just cluttering stuff up. Test sequence, here we are. GameMaker costs money. The update is free. The sprite editor got overhauled. Hang on a minute, wait. Let me look closer at that. Okay, I guess I can't double click sprite images anymore. Does it still do the stupid thing where if you like paste a where if you try to paste something, it creates a brush instead of. Alright, it does still do that stupid thing. It creates a brush which you stamp down instead of actually just like copying and pasting it like a normal image editor, but never mind. Oh, the look of it. Okay. Anyway, yeah, drag and drop the sprite. Do I need to create an asset track? Oh, it'll do it for me. So can I... Okay, that's... Let me zoom in a little. Can I turn on a grid? Also, I can pan around with the middle mouse button, except my middle mouse button is slightly broken, so it doesn't do it very well. Can I turn on a grid? And I will now snap to a grid. So can I, on the animation timeline, how many moments per second in it? It's 60 moments per second. Can I assume I can toggle all sorts of sprite properties, right? Can I do objects also? Can I drag an object onto here? I can. Let me get rid of the sprite. And let me give the object a sprite, actually. Yes, I can see it does snap when you drag with the grid on, which is quite helpful. I wish the bounds of what I assume is the screen, I wish that was bigger, because darker rather, because I have a slightly hard time seeing it. Where was I? I guess to start with, I'll just make it move across the screen. Let's just. Let's do that for now. And how do I know I've kind of gotten distracted by this like 4 times already. How do I insert a moment? Okay, so if I move the playhead to like here or something. And can I insert? No? I can throw sounds in there and some other things. Okay, do I even have any sounds that I could just drag into this project to test stuff with? I'll worry about that in a minute. How do I yeah, really, how do I add a keyframe? I didn't mean to do that. Can I just double click I cannot. Is that what that is? Oh, that's parameter track, toggle visibility. Yeah, but okay, so I can copy and paste them, great, but why is the thing grayed out? Record a new key. Oh, that's... Alright, anyway. That will have to wait. First... Alright, so can I feel like... Oh, I see, I can drag it out. I was going to say, I feel like, did I forget to save or something? No. Oh, you know what? That's what the automatically record changes option is for, isn't it? There we go. Okay, so a diamond shape. Someone GBT6 types of messages. I can enlarge the track. Can I zoom out on it? Is this the... Alright, this is the total sequence length. I wish this was in seconds instead of frames, but... no matter. So, can I shift space to, like, loop or something? Okay, so that'll make it loop. It's much like After Effects. I messed a little bit with Adobe Flash in high school. I have not done After Effects. I know the basic principle. Obviously, I do a lot of video editing. But I have not worked with After Effects specifically. Let's see. How do I make it go back? Can I just, I pasted that somewhere where I didn't want to. Can I... Alright, that is not exactly what I meant to do with that. I feel like I should be able to not accidentally move it off the sequence like that. Let's see if that did not make it go back to the start. More stream messages. You are ready. Yes. If you haven't already, go to the link in the description and you can apply for access to the beta through this link. There should be a ping pong option. Like to make it go back to the first keyframe automatically and not manually. That'll definitely help. I will look around for something like that. Isn't like, are there track properties or something? Or sequence properties or something maybe? In the top right corner of the track, there should be top right. Which side of the screen is right? This is top right. Oh, there's a I can zoom in and out like that. Okay. Oh, okay, so the lightning thing is how you add a moment. Let me create a new track momentarily. No, that's not what I wanted. That was no, don't do that. So if I'm gonna lock that so I don't accidentally do anything with it. I don't know what that is. So can I just... No, that is a... This looks like... Okay, so this is where I can basically make stuff happen with code, it looks like. You signed up yesterday. Yeah, you didn't get much sleep. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said that didn't happen to me also. Trying hitting S while click on the resource element. Clicking on the resource element. That is locked. Like on the resource in the asset browser. The button next to play. That's jump to start or end. Unless there's supposed to be another button in there that I can't see. I can get rid of that track now because it will be distracting. Unless you mean this, which is what I was calling loop playback earlier. All right, you know what? Can I insert a... Okay, that is... Oh, wait, how did I open that? I hit Control Z and the keyframe thing opened. Okay, I see this. These are the in and out points for when movement starts and stops. Can I add a new one? Is in here? Okay, so the drop down. I suspect that'll help. If my brain is unable to wrap itself around seconds, I'll go back to frames, but I'd prefer to work with seconds. Where was I? Press it again. Oh wait, there are 3 options there. Okay, so the animation itself will play backward. That's cool. I thought like I was trying to just like make the last keyframe automatically be the starting position, but that works as well. Because I assume there will be a way to play animations backwards. You can control the animation speed, order, end action, that sort of thing. Which is a lot like paths, which I never use in GameMaker, come to think of it. Anyway, that is okay. I'm kind of getting the hang of this. Can I change the easing curve though? Can I like double click a keyframe and set to external animation curve? Okay, so I guess I will get an excuse to mess with this. Create an animation curve. By default, it's linear. How about... Oh god. Can I define this through math? I'll just... This is a test project. I can get away with calling it animation curve 1. Can I do like something goofy like that and have it go back and forth? Alright, I don't know exactly what this is going to do, but I will find out in short order. Interpolation... Okay, so I can make it interpolate or not. And that'll make it... like bounce or stop bouncing. Set to external animation curve. Come on, I just created one, didn't I? Timelines. Did timelines also have end actions? They might have. I can't remember. Are those even still in GameMaker now? Because I feel like they are still in GameMaker. I feel like they're completely outclassed now by animation sequence, or at least that's the hope. Where was I? We'll save much time. Oh yes. But how come I can't... Is this like not saved or something? Why is it not appearing? Alright, I mean, I'll create a new one, but also... Fine. Okay, so that is... Hang on, can I just drag that onto there? I can't. It doesn't want to... Like, it says animation curve here, but... double click to edit. but it's not actually using the 1. Does it have to have... Oh, does it have to have an X and a Y parameter? Maybe it's got to have an X and Y parameter. So can I rename that to X? Add another dimension, call it Y, and do basically the same thing. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's make this one go the opposite direction. Okay, so now can I use it? I can, okay. I don't know what this is going to look like, but I'm going to find out. That makes it stay in the middle. Let's get rid of that one. I don't need that one. Combining events with sequences. Yes, they can emit events, right? I saw that. I think it was... Come back. I think it was this one. You can broadcast a message, which is essentially just sending events to the things on the sequence. I also saw there's a second one for a moment, which looks like just a function call. Okay, so this animation curve is useless. Let me try and define it in a not stupid way. My brain is not visualizing what exactly that's... No, I didn't mean to do that. What exactly this is going to do. And it seems like... Alright, I feel like it should go... to the beginning and back. Is what this should, this curve should have it do, but... Should make it like bounce back and forth, right? No, wait, no, stop. I mean to keep hitting the play sequence button and it's... Alright, this is not doing what I think it is. Did I delete my keyframes? That would do it. I don't think I intended to delete my keyframes. Can I insert one? How do I... Why is it not allowing me to... Oh, you know what? I have the auto mode on. Oh god, that... I should start over, add some keyframes, and try adding animation curves to that. Okay, so let's ditch that. And... I did not... No, that's parameter track. How do I... Alright, you know what? Let's just get rid of the whole layer. And start way over from scratch. Alright, you come back. Can I drag that out? Where can you download a beta? There is a link in the stream description to this page. And there is a link at the bottom of that to the page on the help desk where you can apply, as well as some other helpful things. And it works on a first come first serve basis, so they'll let a certain number of people in every, I don't know how often, every few hours probably. And then you can download the update. It'll install as a separate program so that your existing version of GameMaker won't go anywhere because it's pretty major and it's probably going to break some stuff. And then you can just mess around. Alright, set it up. Activate the auto keyframe thing. That is this, right? Move the object after setting the keyframe. So that's like, yeah. Move forward in the timeline and do it again. Okay, so I'm going to move the playhead to the end. And, alright, I see it's got a keyframe. And it's ping-ponging, which is great. And I do this to set to external curve. Okay, so I'll create a new one, sure. Did I click the right thing? That doesn't seem to be doing anything. That did, though. Position. Alright, so... if I can try this again... an empty sequence is going to have it stay in the middle. Alright, I feel like that is going to be how it's how it moves. No? Is that the wrong parameter? Do the keyframes evaporate when I set it to use a curve? I feel like the keyframes evaporated. I don't see them. In that case, I will need to... Yeah. It does look like that, doesn't it? Alright, can I add them specifically here? So how do... Convert to keys. That didn't do it either. Can I turn off the animation curve? It only changes how smooth or linear the movement. Nothing else. It would be really convenient if the objects X and Y and potentially other parameters could just follow the tracks on the animation curve. But you know what it also is? That's not what I meant to do. Where is it? It's also going from 1 to -1 or -1 to 1. This is Y. It should go from 0 to 720. Right? Alright, that just made it completely disappear, but... It may actually be just bouncing around from 1 to -1 if it's following the curve. And X should be 1366 to 0. Is that the problem? It's going somewhere, all right. Add another resource, but this time make it a sprite. See all the properties of the sprite rather than having the object there. Did I incorrectly? No, it's going from 0 to 720 and 0 to 1366. Where exactly is... Oh, you know what the origin is? The origin should be here, or at least that's where I'm thinking it is, and it's actually in the middle of the screen. So it should be more like... I know what it's doing. Also, why is upper above lower? You know what? There's a keyframe off the chart. That's annoying. All right, I see what this is doing. I was expecting -1 to be start and +1 to be finish, or potentially 0 to be start. How many points did I add here? Because I feel like I've got a... I don't know. Is there just automatically 1 at the beginning? But yeah, I was expecting 0 to be start and 1 to be finish or something, and it's actually the size of the screen. So that would do it. Also, I realized that the one in the middle isn't actually a keyframe. It's what is half of 1376? That would be 6. That'd be like 680 and change. 683 precisely. I guess the blue one in the middle is just so that you can see where things are. All right, so now it should be going back and forth diagonally. Yeah, there we go. This works differently from what you expected. I don't know if I should say what my expectations were, because I don't even know if I know, because I wasn't really thinking of these when the update came out, because I'm much more focused on code, but this makes sense. Can you do a subdivision to the input box? Do you mean like... No, that did 13662. Yeah, alright, it's not letting me do that. Not yet. It'd be nice if it did. Is there anywhere in GameMaker where you can just input an expression and have it evaluated? Math language parsing isn't, like, hard or anything. At least not relative to all the other stuff that they've done. I've written a math parser. It would be nice if they could do that, but... Okay. Should I have it, like... Do I want to have it emit an event or something when, Is this the function call name? Oh no, this is the moment name. I can't do that apparently? Oh no, it's gotta be a function definition. So I will define a function. And... I'm just going to show debug message instead, because having it draw for one frame is going to be kind of pointless, so I'll just have it print out I like doggos on the moment. Alright, so we can do that somewhere in the middle, right? No? It doesn't like that. Does it have to be, oh, this is a... I've got to define this the other way if I want it to be global in scope. Actually... We'll give it a more appropriate name. Doggos. Why doesn't it like that? Is it still local to the instance? Do I need to put it in a script? Script. Will they not be global unless I do it there? Okay, there we go. So now, let me run the game. And I haven't actually done anything to initiate the animation, so that makes sense that nothing would happen. You know... They're called sequences. Can I say sequence... Oh, wow, I can... Oh, man! Okay, so you can control a lot of this through code. Get and set. Oh no, you can't create them through code, I think. Can I say... Oh, I can say sequence keyframe new. Maybe I can create them through code. I wouldn't say so. I think I think having the functions defined in an object be local to that object makes sense. Realistically, I am going to have a lot of functions that are basically instance methods, and I don't want them to be global in scope by accident, because that would just make things a big mess. I'm okay with that. I just might do it by accident a few times. Where was I? How do I put an instance on a sequence? Alright, let me look in the good old... Yeah, I know. I don't know why you need to go through the firewall to open the manual, but go ahead, GameMaker. So, sequences, how do I make them start playing? Do they have to be on layers, and do I have to attach the instance to them or whatever? Also, I'm guessing that the instances on the actual sequence in the editor are just a suggestion instead of the actual objects. Like, this is a template of what you'll see and that sort of thing. Or what's intended to be there or something. Object.name function, maybe? That might. I wonder if I can execute a method belonging to the object on the sequence layer. I'll I'll worry about the details later. After this, I do want to go and get into messing around with the old project and seeing how it behaves. Add them to the room. Do I have to go into the room editor? I guess I can... Is there a sequence layer or something? Can I drag a sequence onto an instance layer? Yeah, okay, let's create a new one. Wait, where did it go? What did I say? Oh, I hit cancel. Okay, so that is just an asset layer, and how do I... Okay, so that spawned an instance. I don't know if I like that. That spawned an instance on the room. Yeah, let's see if it just autoplays. I'm really hoping that you can do this through code. Okay, so that's... It printed out I like doggos when I got to the middle. That's correct. Let's also center the sprite origin into the middle center, because the fact that it's kind of offset annoys me. Possibly unnecessarily so, but... Okay, so the coordinates aren't quite right. Oh, you know what? I think I know why that is. Why is the size of the sequence different from the size of the room? It's like half size. I feel like it should be the full size. Anyway, now it's going to the right place at least. But yeah, code. How do I do this through code? Okay, so there's an example here. You can indeed create one through code. That's cool. Create a parameter track. Why an asset layer? I guess, I mean, it's not wrong. It's an asset. It would probably be less messy to have a new layer type for sequences. Assets are kind of the catch-all. I could see this getting cluttered if you have too many things on it. Paths or whatever. Does it say how I can just add an instance to a sequence instance struct? Okay, so that is the data for element ID and some audio stuff and visual stuff. I do like that they're using these struct lightweight objects. I believe they're officially structs. For a long time, we thought they were going to be called lightweight objects. Struct does sound better. It's a shorter word. And you're probably going to be hearing me say both interchangeably quite often. I'm glad that they've been using those for other things. There's the exceptions in try-catch. There are these different properties of sequences. It's less work for them, probably, right? Alright, that wasn't entirely what I was looking for. Do I have to add them via layer? Alright, you know what? I am not going to worry too much about this anymore. At least not right now. I do want to let us open a new IDE window, and then I will, let's see, where is solar system? I will git branch solar system. If you're using the 2.3 update, I cannot stress this enough. You should make a backup, and preferably something with source control of your project, because things can and will break. Let me open solar system project and see what happens. This project is of an older format and will need to be converted. Yes, I have said that. Oh, cool. It's going to do another one. It's going to just create another one, rather. So it's going to force me to back up. That's cool. This is in a lot of ways GameMaker Studio 3. It just happens to look like GMS2, more or less. Yeah, I'll probably come back to it later, but I am a programmer, and if I don't get to work with code for an extended period of time, I start to get uncomfortable. Let's see. Without doing anything at all, let's see what happens if I run the game. Okay, so this works. This is exactly the same as it worked before. That's cool. The speed of the mouse look, was that even showing anything? All right, you know what? Where are the game options? They moved the game options. Windows. IDE environment variables, that's new. Okay, so they're giving us access to this. That's neat. Where are game settings though? Alright, you know what, we can do this the long way. Or the fun way, I should say. And okay, it's now running in a window, and OBS is having a hard time capturing that. This is what it looks like. This is what it looked like in the GameMaker Studio 2.2.5. And for the most part, it still works. I'm happy about that. I am not expecting my main projects to work right off the bat like that in any capacity, but for simple stuff, game options, where can I search? Oh, I see. There's a thing in the quick access. That's handy. Oh, Zor. Is that how you pronounce your name? I've never said your name out loud. Zor. XOR. Binary operations. It's in the gear button in the middle. Yeah, game options. Okay. Me can read. I was expecting like something in the tools menu or something for whatever reason. Let's just not start that in full screen though. By the help button? It's in here? Or is it this? Okay, it's that. Has that always been there? Is that there in 225? That is there in 225, I just never noticed. What was I just saying? Okay, so my first order of business is I've got some math functions. I don't have that many math functions in this particular project because it's fairly small, but I can hopefully consolidate these. Did that open them all? Okay, that tabbed script editors are back. Have those been there? Okay, those have always been there. I just never noticed. Wow. It is XOR like the binary operation. Okay. I don't know. I'm thinking of like Xenoblade Chronicles bosses, and if you were a Xenoblade Chronicles boss, it would probably be pronounced Zor. All right, I haven't played that game in a year. Don't ask. So I can just stuff all of these. Wow, this added a lot of empty space. I can stuff all of these into a single script file, which means that I'm not going to need a million very short script files floating around my project. See, this is one of the other things I've been looking forward to for an entire year. Christmas has finally come early. Alright, I'm gonna need to clean this up though because I no longer need to collapse to give arguments names, because those are automatic now. That alone is going to eliminate like 2,000 or 3,000 lines of code for my main project when I get around to that. I also don't like having a ton of unnecessary empty space in my code. I will do it to space out my actual code, but I'm not going to stand for just having empty space floating off at the bottom. It would have been helpful if I'd given these arguments names the first time around, but what can you do? Alright, so that is, I can now get rid of that. I don't need a folder with just one thing in it. Actually, I can't have spaces, right? Right. I can't dismiss the pop-up windows with space or enter or escape or anything. That's annoying. This might as well be a lightweight object. Again, if I'd named these to begin with, let's see. Alright, good to know, past me. Names, script arguments, very nice. Oops, now I'm automatically adding the underscore. I used to never do that. Actually. Are the planets drawing themselves? Kind of. Alright. Also, XOR, you aren't the only one doing like planetary stuff, by the way. Just so you know. Do you necessarily need to have functions inside a script? I believe so. These are someone at some point called these source files rather than scripts. When I imported the project, it just automatically wrapped everything in a function that was inside the script. So I believe so, yes, if you had code floating outside. I don't know what would happen. I'll experiment with that later. But I believe I believe you do need to have scripts just code inside functions. Let's see. Apparently, I don't know why I'm converting to, like, seconds, but we'll roll with it. What is this? This is update. And I guess I feel like I should have like a delta time in there just as a formality, even if I'm not necessarily going to use it. My shaders are doing absolutely nothing except very hard-coded lighting. Oh, and a displacement shader to make the sun look like it's got some texture going on, but this is just a bunch of balls and code and GML code. I said I was doing planets. I didn't say I was doing them the fun way. Or something. I, I believe, oh yeah, obviously. I believe this is all I need. Although I think Z is going to always be 0 because I did not do Pluto's anything. Pluto is not in here anywhere. I think that's all for you. I'm just gonna rename that planet stuff. Next order of business. Okay, this should all be good because I'm just gonna be moving classic objects to lightweight objects. No Pluto. Yeah, anyway. I'm still thinking of doing that, of adding Pluto, but not today. That's the update. You know, I won't bother with a delta time argument because it is not used anywhere, and I feel like doing things quickly rather than properly here. Where is that's the sun, and that's gonna be the planets. Is this gonna do what I want it to do? Probably not, because I changed a lot of stuff without testing. Solar system.texture not set before reading it. Did I not do that? Did I not give it one? I misspelled it. That's always fun. Okay, so it seems to be working. Okay, I don't know exactly why the only planet is Neptune. And why the rings are going the opposite way of the actual... Okay. Yeah. It sort of did what I wanted. Okay, so this is the shader. I have hard-coded lighting to work with a single point light that's at like 0, 0, 0 at the sun's position. And the sun itself is just doing some displacement mapping nonsense to make it look like the surface is actually flowing a little bit. Nothing too exciting. Anyway, I do not know why all the planets ended up in the same place. They are... Are the time values wrong or something? Because I didn't change those. The attenuation function. What did I do? I can't remember what I wrote. Oh. Yeah, it's all magic numbers. I figure there's a very low chance that I'll be doing anything else to that, so I just hard-coded everything. Did I give it some weird fall-off value? I think I might have given it some weird fall-off value so that the things way far away weren't, No, not really. Maybe that was something else. Alright. I do really want to know why everything is getting drawn in the same place. That's not the sun's position, is it? There's no weird scope problems going on here, is there? I see the stream viewership dropped off significantly when I stopped messing with the sequences. That's okay. Alright, have fun, but not too much fun. Gotta pace yourself with the amount of fun you're having. That was not the problem. There's nothing else that was happening here, right? Yeah, I think I can get rid of that. The objects. I think. That's how you define them, right? I didn't manage to screw that up already? Yeah. Okay. So I forgot there are other things happening here. Oh, you know what? Alright, one, it would be nice if my camera code and everything else wasn't separated, but two, alright, so actual drawing is going to happen within the solar system now. And don't need that. Well, I do, but I don't know why the sun's culling direction is going backwards, but we'll roll with it. That is the sun itself, so it's gonna have to... Alright. That may be better. And... Alright, well, we're moving now, at least. I don't know why Neptune's the only one here. It's rotating in the right direction. This is not quite how I hoped it was going to go. I'm just going to watch it for a minute. Also, I feel like I accidentally changed my update code somewhere. How did it look in the original? Wait, by the way, I forgot this again, but make it easier to read. That is the camera. And what am I making? This is a test. So this is a fairly simple one moment please. This is a fairly simple GameMaker Studio 2 old project that I have. That is not... Alright, let me try that again. Force it into a window. This is an older GameMaker Studio 2 project that I have that I am currently in the process of updating so that it works in the 2.3 update. Right now it got most of the way there on the first try. Then I changed some stuff to work with new functions and lightweight objects and what have you, and stuff started to get weird, and I'm currently patching those up. I have to say, it's going a lot more smoothly than I expected it to. I expected stuff to break left and right, because this is a beta, and Yo-Yo outright said that this is probably not going to be functional right out of the box, but it's so far a lot better than I expected it to be. I do see what's wrong though. At least one of the things that's wrong. Why is that multiplied by 15? Alright, well... Not sure what the significance of the 15 is there. Thank you. I glad people like it. Now everything has just disappeared. And most things aren't drawing. Neptune was the only one that was drawing. Did I accidentally change the draw code as well? I don't think I did. Having a third monitor would help here. There's still a lot of magic numbers in here. I don't know why. I'm not sure why everything's distance is the same. What is that? That is the second argument in here. Everything's distance should certainly not be the same. I hope this isn't where the luck runs out with things working just out of the box. That would be a bit disappointing. Is it because... No, it's... I already tested X, Y, and Z. The distance is... Problem isn't the list, right? Hang on, before I mess with that. Everything is Neptune. Neptune is the only one in the list. Why is Neptune the only thing in the list? Oh, the ignore comment option is back in search. That's handy. But yeah, why is it doing that? I don't know why it is doing that. Let's... If I only add Mercury to the list, what's it gonna do? Something is broken here. I'm not entirely sure what. Should probably increase the mass speed. So if I do that, Mercury appears. You and your tidally locking. If I add a second one, if I add Venus, are they both gonna think they're Venus or something? They both think they're Venus. That's interesting. This feels like a bug that shouldn't be in here. Is there do lightweight objects have a built-in ID and address or something? It would be really cool if I could do something to differentiate. This is the example that was on the website. What if I just define it the other way? If I kind of like define it reverse. Okay, that was what made it local. So that's not gonna be any good. Oh, cool, you can do inheritance too with these things. That's nice. Not relevant to what I am doing now, but I like it. Let me just string these. Stringify these. And Make the console a little neater. Mercury and Venus are the one, are the first thing. And then after that, it's putting out zeros. Why is it doing that? Am I not using DSList add properly? Is DSList add broken with... That, it can't be, right? Because I was doing it in here. Oh. I am very smart. Okay. Yes, the new keyword. I just spent 30 minutes going in circles over that. I know. Really? I just spent 30 minutes going in circles over that. Okay. Alright, so that's Mercury and Venus. And now I should just be able to, one, they print it out properly. Oh, so that's how you serialize a function. It kinda does it. Alright, we should be good now. Is that the right number of things that I pasted? I can't believe I just did that. C# or Java or something, if you forgot to add the new keyword, would yell at you, but GameMaker being much closer to JavaScript, which, I mean, you could do that. It wouldn't mind. It doesn't return anything on its own, though. Yeah, okay. That should be all I need. It should be working the way it was before now. My code feels a lot better because there's a lot less of it, which is exactly what I was hoping for. Let's see, are they all there now? They are all there now. Cool. GameMaker 2.3, everybody. Do I really want Jupiter's ring to be that bright? I feel like I don't. Also, fun facts, Jupiter and Uranus have the same model. Saturn and Neptune also have the same model. They're just texture swapped. There is a seam in the Saturn texture. Which probably means I did not like resize it properly and there's a line on the edge or something. Oh well, that's fine. Okay, it is 12:30. I'm going to eat lunch. I'm probably going to come back to this. Anyone watching, do you want to see me do more experiments, or do you want to see me open up my current stuff and try making that work in the 2.3 update or anything like that? Again, for anyone who was not here the last couple times I said it, if you want to gain access to this yourself, in the description of the stream there should be a link to the I'll try and eat lunch quickly. This is that's the transit of Mercury right there. If I can get a bit of a flatter angle, the rest of the planets will do it as well. This was a little experiment I did a while ago, and updated through several versions of GameMaker now. Okay. Yeah, I'll be back. Wow, this works out of the box with a lot less trouble than I expected it to. Thank you all for coming. I hope you are able to get into the beta as well and do some other fun things. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm a programmer, so I'm definitely most excited by the programming updates, but animation sequences and those other things, sequences, I'm sure a number of you will be getting excited about as well. All right. I'll be back.